And so when I've been a few times to the national park in Caesarea, and I felt that it gave me some wisdom. I really felt I learned something. And so I'm grateful to the people that made that park. I'm grateful for many things in Israel. I'm glad that, and not speak of the devotees. So even in Israel, apart from the gratitude we feel to each other, we have a lot to be grateful for in Israel and many other countries, and not only this country. And as devotees, we should not be creeping a misers where you're not a devotee, I don't feel grateful to you, you're just some non-devotee, that whatever you did for the worst possible selfish reasons, and therefore I'm only grateful to Krishna. That attitude is like, it's not what you'd call a beautiful mind, the name of that movie. And so we should be generous, we should be grateful. We should, the more we appreciate other people, the more they will appreciate us. It's like when I came here, I'm from California and a lot of parts of America, so when I go for my walk in the morning, I just say hello to everybody. And people are saying, well, we don't do that in Israel. But I thought, I don't care. That's what I do. American can do. And so I walk around Caesarea every day and up and down the paths and see all the locals. And, and now they're all, they all say hello to me and they smile and, so they've got this whole rasa going in Caesarea. So the point is, even Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, he reciprocates. If God reciprocates, we have to reciprocate. So if you want to be respected, respect other people. If you want to be admired, admire other people. If you want to be loved, love other people. After all, we're supposed to be, we are, technically, we're devotees. We have to create that reciprocation. We can't wait for them. The real duty, our real duty, this is what the Sankirtan movement actually is. It means to go out in the world and initiate loving reciprocation with other people. That's what the Sankirtan movement really is. Like I said, I'm having a great time in Caesarea. I know different people. You wave and say hello, and now they're saying hello to me before I say it. I guess I just have that vibe. It's just my nature. Like I wave to truck drivers. It's just because we're all just souls. And so like in America, and so like in Israel, I wave some truck drivers, they honk their horn and wave and everything. And because I really like the people. I've gotten to a point in my life, I'm not blind. I know this is a member of the Hare Krishna movement. This is not a member of the Hare Krishna. I know that. But the real point is, by Prabhupada's mercy, by Prabhupada's kindness, and by the power of the holy name, I just like people. There's too many very religious people that just don't like other people. And so, I just like the people. So when I'm walking down the little path and smelling the oleander flowers and in my little California bubble, when people are walking, I just like them. Why do I like them? Because they're souls. And the thing of devotee, non-devotee, yes. But that's on the outside. On the inside, we're all just souls. And I don't feel like I'm better than them. I don't feel like I'm different. I understand, he's probably not even vegetarian. I understand these things. But the point is, on a deeper level, on a spiritual level, I just think, it's just, we're all people, we're all souls, and we're all friends, we're all family. God is the father, God is the mother, actually, is what Krishna says. And so we're all family. It's like seeing someone in your family. When I go back in California, and I have a really nice family, they're not devotees, but, I'll have the last laugh, in the sense that, they're good souls, and they'll make it. They're sincere, they'll get to God. And so when I go there, it's just like, you just treat them like family, because how else are you going to treat them? Even Prabhupada, I was with Prabhupada in Kolkata. Now they've freed themselves from these colonial names, even though the British actually founded the city of Calcutta. But anyway, so it's Kolkata, and I was with Prabhupada one time, and he was just sort of making these rounds. He was going around and visiting some of his old friends. And one devotee said, like, "Oh, you're going to see this person because he's a devotee?" And Prabhupada said, "No, he's my old friend." And so Prabhupada went around, and of course for me, I was in total awe of Prabhupada. It's like, because we walked up the stairs, it's Calcutta, walked up the stairs, some apartment, as an old friend of Prabhupada, and they embraced. And I was thinking, oh my God, that person touched a pure devotee, and he's not a pure devotee. And I mean, obviously I was a little silly, but Prabhupada, in other words, he was a gentleman. Prabhupada was once asked, what is the symptom of a devotee? Prabhupada said he's a perfect gentleman. If you don't love people, they're not going to love you. If you don't respect them, if you can't see all the beautiful things in Israel, first of all, you're blind. And secondly, if you don't admire the country, the people, how will they admire you? And so it's actually our responsibility. It's our responsibility to initiate these friendly, loving relationships. Not as a tactic. Yeah, when you go to sell the book, tell them that, hey, I like your shirt. I mean, it's not... We're not talking about tactics. We're talking about higher consciousness. When you really like people, you really see the good in them. In fact, it's because you see the good in them, they will see the good in themselves. When you see God in people, they will begin to see God in themselves. And so that's the job description for a teacher of Krishna consciousness. That's the job description. And Hridayananda Saraswati, a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya, wrote a book in which he says that for a devotee, Vishwam Purna Sukhayate, the universe is just full of happiness. Now, we may not all be Paramahamsas. However, that's where we're going. So you can, like Prabhupada said, in other yoga systems, you don't really know where you stand. But in Bhakti Yoga, you can tell how advanced you are. That's how you can tell how advanced you are in Krishna consciousness, how much you love other people, how much you really see them. You see the good in them. You see them as devotees. Because how will they see themselves as a devotee if you don't see them that way? How will they understand that they are really lovers of God if you don't see them that way? If you see them as just some unfortunate non-devotee, they're going to see you as some unfortunate devotee. If you think these are losers, guess what they're going to think? You are a total loser. I mean, if someone comes up and says you're a jerk, what's the first thing you say? You're a jerk. You're a bigger jerk. Because you just said that to me. And so, the point is that the non-devotees, they're not that dumb. I mean, and they know what you think about them. They know what we think about them. If you're with someone else, you know what they think about you. They may act nice, but if someone really doesn't respect you, you know it. If someone doesn't really like you, they know it. So, if we like people, they'll like us. If we don't like people, they won't like us. It's like a child. If you have a child, even if your child is, screaming or acting badly or just does crazy, but it's your child. You love your child. And so, the parents, that's not the point. The point is, it's my child. And so if we really see these people as spirit souls, all of their non-Krishna conscious behavior, attitudes, we see that it's superficial. Otherwise, what really happens, frankly, in a neophyte devotee is that in real practical emotional terms, we see their spiritual part as superficial. Yeah, that's just what the philosophy says. But what really gets to us emotionally on a real level is that you're not a devotee, or you're this or you're that. Whereas as we advance, their materialism becomes superficial and their real spiritual nature is what we care about and what really moves us.